Normally I say good morning in our videos, but I think it's like 8:30 at night, so good afternoon, good night. But somebody requested for us to do a walkthrough of the camper from one end to the other, so that's what I'm going to try to do. I was trying to wait on Cody to get back to the camper to help me with it, but he is currently fixing a water leak down at the salon. We got to noticing there was a ton of water out by the road the other day when we were walking, so come to find out we had a pipe burst in the yard. So I got it dug up and I found the leak, but I needed his help fixing it, so that's what he's working on. So I just figured I would go ahead and try to do the best I can with giving a walkthrough, and then if he comes back to the camper before we get done, we'll be able to do a little bit better video. So I'm just going to kind of have to hold the camera and show you things as I go, so it'll turn out pretty good though, I'm sure. But so this is the door. Right as you walk in the door, we have our keys that hang up right there. This was actually the back of a chair from a chair at my grandmother's house that I pulled the little, it had the little slat thing on the back where you where your back actually goes up against it. I pulled it out and sanded it down and turned it into a key holder because it was just something that was in my grandmother's house and I wanted it down here. And of course we have a rug when you walk in, and then this is our shoe bin, and these are all the shoes that we own for me, Cody, and Sky. They all fit in this one little bin, and that is the only place that we store shoes because we don't wear shoes in the camper, so we just keep everything right there. And then of course we have our trash can, and the countertop kind of hangs over right there, so that was the best place to put shoes in the trash can because it was kind of space that we didn't need. There is a cabinet up under there, but I don't really access that cabinet much. It's got like my crock pot in it, which I really don't use except for like the winter months when I do like soups and different things like that. But then right here we have our kitchen, and there's always dirty dishes that need to be washed or clean dishes that need to be put up. So I really wanted to get the camper clean and try to look like I had it all together before I did this video, but that just wasn't going to happen. So I gave up on trying to get the dishes done before I filmed, but there's a little real life insight to the camper is there's always either dirty dishes in the sink or clean dishes that need to be put up, and I'm sure you've seen that in the back of all my videos. And then so right here under the sink we have 3 drawers. In these 3 drawers we have like kitchen towels and cutting boards, and then we have like all the Lidstar jars and different containers, and then in this bottom drawer down here it's just kind of like a catch-all drawer of anything that's left over. We have switched over to bamboo utensils. So these are our utensils. This is all that we own as far as utensils except for what's dirty. I think we have like 5 spoons, 5 knives, 5 forks, and then some chopsticks that we use. But then we have our cutting knives right there, straws and drink mixes, and then that's Himalayan pink salt, and then these are my actual like cooking spoons and spatulas and stuff. And then we have our microwave, and then up there's just like vitamins and Ziploc bags. In this top cabinet, these are all of our glasses and dishes. So we've slowly been trying to get rid of everything plastic, so we've switched over to mason jars, and then we have our dishes, and then on this side we have like our skillets and different things like that, our pans. But then we have our range top. We do not have an oven, but I'll show you what we do for that. But that's our, we have a 3-eye gas burner. Down here in this cabinet we have any little like extra kitchen gadgets that I don't need to access very often, but like I have an electric range because sometimes when we go camping I don't want to use up all the gas, and especially during the winter I use a little electric range. And then back in the back I have a it's kind of like an oven a weird type of oven, and it works pretty good, but I don't use it much anymore because I've got another gadget that I love, and I'll show it to you in a minute. But so under here are like some of our pantry items. We've got our rice and our beans and any kind of canned goods, and there's a few like mixing bowls back in there. So that's one of our cabinets. And then in this big cabinet right here, we have all of our other dry goods. So all of our other like pantry items, and then on this bottom shelf we have Sky's snacks. So she can just come up here and open up the cabinet and get to her snacks. And then this right here, this is that new kitchen gadget that I'm obsessed with, completely obsessed, and it is a air fryer. So I actually got it on discount, and it has been amazing. I love it. So we have our air fryer, and then I have a cold press juicer up here, and then in the back is my high-speed blender. So not quite a Vitamix, but it's a Ninja, and it is a great blender. So we have that in the back, and then right here is our refrigerator. I think I may have showed it in another video, but I can't remember, so I'll go ahead and open it up. But that's our freezer right there. That's the only freezer space that we have, so it's always packed with frozen fruit and different things. And then this is our refrigerator. You holding it for me? Yeah. Thank you. So like I said, Cody is not plant-based, but when he is at home, kind of like our rule is when he's at home, he eats vegan. So we don't really have any animal products that we keep in the house. No dairy, no meat, or anything like that. That's what works for us. So that's just how we do it. But in the center of the camper right here, you can see that we have a table. We brought that in. That was a gift. So it is kind of like a movable island that we use because I cook so much. I really need more cooking space. So let's see if I can kind of back up and give you a broad view. It's kind of hard to...
I've always wanted to.
Did you turn on the TV?
Really
That's okay. We'll turn it off. Alright. So it's kind of hard to give you like a full view, but there's the kitchen area with all the cabinets and everything. That's one of Sky's toys that got left out. Then we have, there's a little table that we use. This back room, this was a set of double bunk beds. But this was just a blank spot, so I put cork, little cork squares up above here, and like we hang our like our vision board of what we kind of have going on, and then like anything we get in the mail, just different things we hang up there. And then we have this dry erase board stuck to the fridge, which I love. But so this used to be a set of double bunk beds, and I know I showed in the last video Cody doing the work to build the shelf, but since then we've got the curtains hung up and we've got the walls painted white, and then you can see Sky has her own space. That's one thing everybody asks is, you know, does Sky have a room? Does she have her own space in the camper? And yes, she very much has her own space. But she hardly ever goes in there. Like, she has her own space and she has her own toys, but like, there she is. She stays right where we are. And I think that's, you know, no matter where you live, what kind of house you have, your kids pretty much stay right under you. So, you know, it's not a big deal to us. And she does not have a bed in her room. She still sleeps with us. You know, whatever. That's your decision. That's just... Are you showing them your kitchen? Oh, and she has a crystal. She's toting around a crystal. But that's what works for us. She still sleeps in the bed with us. We make it work. We make it happen.
And this is my new kitchen.
And that's the kitchen she got for her birthday. But so this is the very, very back of the camper. Right there is actually the back wall of the camper. Our camper is what do you need? Yeah, it's okay. Our camper is 30 feet, I believe. Cody can correct me on that if I'm wrong, but I think it's 30 feet. But so in here is our bathroom, and I need to turn on the light. Let's see. There is definitely nothing special about it. We keep our laundry, our dirty clothes in a bin in the shower. That's just what works for us. Just your standard camper toilet. I am begging Cody to switch it to a composting system. He has not gone for it yet, so we just have a basic camper toilet right now. We will do composting in the container, but I just can't. I haven't been able to get him on board for the composting in the camper yet, but I hate emptying the black tank. But you know, it's not that big of a deal. But then right outside the bathroom, we have these two long cabinets right here, and in this one is like our bathroom products, our lotions, which I make a majority of our stuff. There's just lotion and scrub and oh my goodness, washcloths and towels. So there's really not a lot in there, but that's just, you know, right outside the bathroom. And then this one I'm just ashamed of, but that's like my sewing machine and my iron, and all of our bags. Any like duffel bags or extra backpacks or purses or anything, they just get shoved up in there. And then right outside of the bathroom right here is the bathroom sink. And at first I had originally planned, when we moved in the camper, I had the idea of just removing this because I thought it was wasted space, but it actually has turned out to be fantastic because usually there's dirty dishes in the kitchen sink, to be completely honest with you. So I thought, why are we going to have one sink right here and then literally like you spin around and there's another sink right there? But the reason that it's so good is because there's always dirty dishes. So this bathroom sink has ended up being pretty good. But so right above it, I put in a command hook there just for a hand towel. But this, let's see. This just has different bathroom items in it, like my makeup, hairbrushes, you know, face wash, things like that that you would normally keep in your bathroom. And then we keep our toothbrushes back there, and then my diffuser, and then we've got soaps. They're just handmade soaps in that jar. And then on the bottom here, these are bathroom items that we, you know, just toiletry items that we don't use as often, and any medicine or anything like that goes behind there. And then this side of the camper, this is actually, I'm going to go back to this end. So I'm back at the other end. You going to get what? Oh, your stool. Yeah, go ahead. So this is the slide out. So all this right here is the slide out. And it actually, you know, obviously it slides out. When we travel, we bring all this in. We added the curtains, and we've painted everything in here, so everything's a different color than it was, but we added these two little shelves in here just to make it seem, you know, a little more homey. I've got a salt lamp up there, and then all of my essential oils. Okay? Okay. So, Cody, do you want me to hold you? Cody got back from fixing the pipes, so he's behind the camera now, and and he's gonna help us show the rest of the camper. So what?
I'm holding my friend.
Okay. So I think this is where we left off, but this is the couch that we brought in. There used to be a bench, like a table with two benches here, and we pulled it out and got this couch here. Okay. We brought this couch in, and the couch I had measured, and I thought it was going to fit through the door, and then it actually did not fit through the door. So we ended up having to take out this window and shove it through the window to bring it in. But then we have a little table here that's just got some of our art supplies and stuff in it, and then this chair, we got this chair at Bed Bath & Beyond.
I think so.
Yeah, I think we got it a couple Christmases ago at Bed Bath & Beyond. And then, here, watch out, okay? And then up here, this storage is just kind of turned into like a catch-all storage. So we have extra condiments and stuff that we buy, which something is leaking.
That's not good.
It's leaking?
Yeah.
What does it smell like?
Oh, that smells
Is it dressing?
Oh, it's the vanilla. Okay, we'll find that in a little bit. But then this is all of our extra chargers and any type of electrical thing. It goes in this box. And then all of our mail. And then this has any kind of like hardware, like nails, screws, and things like that. Yeah. And then any papers, they go up there. So this is just kind of a catch-all. And then down here we brought this cart in because we eat so many fruits and vegetables. We needed a better place to store it because they used to sit on the table and then you were constantly having to move stuff when you needed to use the table. So we've got the basket up here that's got like Cliff Bars and different snacks in it, and then all of our fruit that stays on this cart, and then we have like at the bottom like potatoes and different things like that, and then some drinks here. So that's all that we have on the slide out. We've tried to keep it pretty light because we keep in mind that when we travel we have to bring all this in. So Cody's back standing where the door is to where you walk in. So right when you walk in, to the left is the kitchen, which I just showed, and then to the right we have our TV, and then let's see, switch places. We have our TV and like our books, and then these two little cubbies have just turned into storage for just like, you know, different things that we have around the house. And then Sky's couch. Can you hop up for a second? Sky's couch usually sits right there, but in this cabinet we have the Xbox and any kind of extra electronical things that don't fit up in that box. What?
I didn't know electronical was a real word.
What's the right word?
Electronics?
Okay. Well, any extra electronics and just different like DVDs and things are in that cabinet, because when we go camp we don't have what's it called, like portable satellite.
Yeah, we don't have cable like or anything.
Yeah,
so
we don't have
we have these little
cable.
satellite cables.
Yeah.
Like a butterfly.
You just like a butterfly.
That's right.
So we take DVDs and things like that. And in this cabinet, we have extra Walmart bags, and then like my my produce bags and different things in there. And then so I showed you the opposite end of the camper. Yep. The opposite end of the camper where the bathroom is, and then this is the front of the camper. So like right up here is where you like hook up to like the truck. So what's that, like the
hitch?
The hitch. So this is where our bedroom is, and like I said, Sky sleeps with us. That's just what works for us. The bedroom, one thing I really wanted when we got a camper was to have two doors. So there's one door that walks to each side of the bed, and the big thing for that was if somebody's getting out of bed, you're not rolling over somebody else. And another thing that I had wanted originally was doors, but now we've taken the doors off, because the thought was you can come in here and if you needed your own space to be able to shut the doors, but we quickly learned that when you have a child there is no safe place, that they will find you. So we just ended up taking the doors off. We just ended up taking the doors off because it was just wasted space, because the doors were always open and you were constantly walking around them. So we took the doors off. But in here we have the vacuum cleaner that's plugged up, and then this is my side of what would be like a closet. I actually don't have like a closet space, but all of my clothes are in bins right here, and then there's two more bins up there with my clothes, and then I have my Silhouette machine, and then right here is like a little shelf for like my phone when it charges and different things, because Sky actually uses this to climb up on the bed with. But on the back side, here, let me see real quick. On the back side of this right here, this is where we have all of our clothes that hang up. So like all of Cody's dress clothes, any of my dress clothes, they just hang at the foot of the bed right here. And then also at the foot of the bed, there's some storage. So Cody has his guitar and different things in there. Our bed is never made. That's just how we roll.
It's got Spider-Man in it.
But so these are two more of my dress clothes bins, and let's see, I'm going to switch to the other side. See, This bin just has like my hats, bathing suits and different things like that in it. And then in this closet we have Cody's dress pants, all of Sky's dress clothes, and then Cody's jackets for work. And then in the bottom we just have different things for outside and stuff. So that's what stores in that cabinet. We've pretty much, our goal, and I think Cody would agree, is besides like our motorcycles and our bicycles, if it doesn't fit in the camper or fit in the back of the truck, like if we can't pretty much like take everything we own and fit it in the truck and the camper, then we've gotten rid of it. Like, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, if we can't move it when the rent comes due, there ain't no.
But if we can't pretty much just pick up and take everything we own with us, then we don't have it. So like motorcycles and bicycles and things like that, they can go in the back of the truck, and then everything else we own is in the camper. So I think that's pretty much everything. Cody wasn't here for the start of the video, so he doesn't know where we started, but I think we've pretty much circled all the way around. So once you come in the door, you have a kitchen. All this is kitchen. Then the back room, which is Sky's space and storage. Bathroom. And then like the bathroom sinks and everything. And then the slide out. And then our bedroom. So it's 30 foot, right?
Yeah, 28, 30 foot, something like that.
I couldn't remember. I think it's 28 feet of living space, but then 30 feet with the hitch.
Something like that.
I think that's what it ended up being. But anyway, so how many square feet? Google it. I don't know.
240 plus, maybe 280.
So roughly about between 250 and 300 square feet.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
So and we went from what, 2,200 square feet down to this?
Probably.
Yeah. So our first house that we lived in when we got married was 1,800 square feet. And then we actually moved into a house for a year.
Yeah, right at a year.
That was 2,200 square feet, and then we went from that to the camper. So, and now we've both pretty much decided that we wouldn't want anything over.
No, I mean like 800 square feet gives you anything and everything you really ever need room for.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's really even more.
I would say we wouldn't really want to go over to like 5.
I like 5.
I mean, like, that would probably be like
500 feet of house, 300 feet of garage.
But so because we're just, I mean, I don't know, it's just home. We're used to it. So, but this is our camper, and as far as changing things, like I said, there was a kitchen, or not a kitchen, well, I guess like a dinette here, and then a couch here that was broke within like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it wasn't very long.
Broke. So we've pulled all that out and done all this. We have painted the walls. All this was dark mahogany. We painted everything gray. And then all the walls were like some weird, like cheap sponge painted cream color. So we painted all of them white. And then
it was like an ocean hotel.
Yeah, it really looked like a bad hotel. And then all these we covered and put up curtains since then, because I've gotten rid of the blinds, because I showed that in the last video. But what? What?
Oh, no.
And then we've pulled out the bunk beds and did that in there. And I think, and we pulled off the doors and like changed up some cabinets. But I think that's pretty much all we've done to like change it.
I think that's everything.
So,
they are, yeah. Apparently they're right there. Right there.
Sky has imaginary friends now. She had imaginary baby kittens for like 2 weeks, and she said there was over 100 of them. But now we have imaginary friends.
We told her she had to get some friends. So being the cat lady.
But so let's see. We've lived in here for 2.5 years now. Next March will be 3 years. So, but this is it. Here, let me see the camera. Do you have anything you want to say about the camper or show? Cody doesn't like being on camera.
I don't like being on camera. We have air. I'm sort of melting right now, but it's not.
Yeah, well, I had to turn it off because it made too much noise. But now we have lived in 2 houses, And
Yeah,
until
this is the first place we've ever been able to control the temperature on.
yeah, until we moved into the camper, we didn't have heating or air.
Yeah. We always had it, it's never worked. So now we have heat and air.
Because the house that we lived in when we got married, the unit was burned up, and then the second house that we lived in didn't have heat.
Yeah.
Did it?
Well, it didn't have good air because it was so big.
Yeah.
It took like 2 units, so we didn't.
Yeah, so like when we moved into the camper, it was like seriously an upgrade because it was the first house too that didn't need like major structural work. Structural work. And it was the first house that had actually heat and air. So.
Yeah. And our power bill is super cheap.
Yeah, so people think that like we downgraded, but what they don't know is like we just seriously like upgraded in life.
Control the temperature, so it's a good day.
But
I'm
you wanna say bye?
See ya.
But so our next video we're gonna talk about our let's see if I can find a sticker. I cut these out. Let's see if you can see. There we go. I cut these out in our last video, and let's see. If I can get there we go. And we're gonna kind of talk about like what would you call it? Like our not like ministry, but like just
Our mission?
I guess our mission. Like
Mission's good.
a big cow.
Yeah,
a big
so tune in next time for our mission and the big cow.
but and then I have it. That's the tattoo I got on my arm a couple weeks ago. I can't remember if I showed it or not. But anyways, in our next video we're going to talk about the like rushing waters. Would you call it mission?
Yeah, it's like a mission statement.
Yeah, but we're going to
call it
make a video about it next. But that one will probably be maybe one afternoon next week. But that's it. But thanks for watching.
See you later.
Sky, do you want to say bye?
Bye.